Sure.
Go right ahead.
Hey, welcome to our season finale of 90210 Watch Along Party. I forgot bring the party favors, but anyway, I don't remember the season finale of season one, but I'm sure that it's enjoyable. Um, so we got Logan, who's the host, and I'm Virtuosa. So if you guys are about ready, Logan, you want to add anything
Nope.
to
I don't know anything about the
the
finale. Don't
intro?
remember.
I
Don't
don't
remember
either.
it
So
at all.
this is gonna be something. Maybe once I see the first couple of minutes, it'll jog my memory. But
Yeah,
just right off the top of my head now. But
exactly.
it's been what 23 weeks that we've been watching, and it's been an interesting journey.
Yeah.
So whenever everybody's ready, um, three, two, one, go.
Right.
Yep. So they gonna end it on the same old intro. I can't wait to
Yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah. That's when they get renewed and they're like, we can really spend the money.
Yeah.
They get renewed. That's season twos are always great. Well, usually.
hmm Especially what they thought of it. What after they shot the pilot, nobody had any faith in the show.
That's true. Because
But look at them go.
a lot of people don't realize that there were a lot of shows like this on TV at the time, like shows where the youth were learning lessons every episode. You know what I mean? Like there's
hmm
a lot of TV like it's gone now. It's like completely gone. They don't have anything like that anymore. But a lot of TV was like nice families, kids get into some real trouble, and then they learn a lesson. And
Yeah.
that was what America was kind of built on, was that kind of TV. And you could say that John Hughes was the one that kind of influenced that, along with Aaron Spelling, you know.
Mm. Excuse me. Yes, they did, which was good. That's why I watch movies for conflict resolution.
Yeah, I don't like bad endings
Unless I,
either.
mm-mm, unless you watch Falling Down.
I did enjoy that movie a lot. I did enjoy that
Mm.
movie a lot.
Oh,
That's one we got to
Steve
rewatch.
just, yeah, that would be good. Oh, I thought Steve was gonna get tore out the frame.
He
Well,
was.
he kind of
He
is.
is. My little guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at his outfit.
I know. It's like he's getting beat up by a small, angry gay man.
hmm A gay greaser.
So I know. What are you, black?
Oh, that's not a good day for Steve.
Nah. He needs to get some of his anger out. You know how he is.
hmm hmm What are those jelly beans in Jim's jar?
Yeah. Remember, you guys weren't that germ conscious yet.
Oh yeah.
Y'all had jelly beans everywhere. You remember those days where there's jelly beans in every facility you went to? Hospital. There were
Yeah.
jelly beans at hospitals back in the day.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
were not
No,
germ
that's gross.
conscious yet. There was no hand sanitizer, zero hand sanitizer anywhere.
I always knew one day that could change.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. I had
Hmm.
no idea.
Because I noticed too many people didn't wash their hands after they left the bathroom. It was enough percentage that I felt like, yeah, this is the good life right now. Let me get them jelly
Yeah.
beans.
Yeah, I remember there was a. That's why you don't see jelly beans anymore because people are so afraid of getting sick.
Hmm.
Oh, and M and M's. There's always M and M's somewhere. Somebody always had a pack of
Oh,
M&Ms.
candy corn,
Eh.
peppermint.
Oh, so that Jim is worried about being what do they call it, laid off.
Hmm. Uh-oh. They're getting a reality check is setting in.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's safe, not even in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, but if you don't own your own business, you can be on the chopping block anytime.
Yeah, Jim could easily have his own business.
Yeah, he could be one of those incident lawyers, accident lawyers. Like, did you get hit by a truck? Call Jim Walsh.
Or he can get him a couple more trust fund babies.
Oh, like what? What
Like
kind of
Dylan.
attorney? What kind of attorney? Like, is a defense attorney or what?
Mm-mm.
Contract, litigation, contract.
Hold up. Let me make sure I'm not spilling no beans.
Wow. So I
Look,
can't believe
Steve.
I never remembered that Steve was a pirate.
Yeah, now after he got his butt tore out the frame, he a pirate now.
He let a 5'2" gay dude turn him into a pirate.
A
That's
pirate.
hilarious.
Looking for the booty. I mean like the the treasure.
Yeah, that's what it's called sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like Jim's outfit. He sharp. Look at him trying to walk like he is GQ. Look at him posing.
Yeah, he looks good, but he's depressed. So it's like, you know,
Ah, just when they thought he was fired, he gets promoted.
been promoted. What the heck? That's great. Unless the
The
promotion
job is
means
back
going
in
back.
Minneapolis. No, nobody's going back to Minnesota. Brenda has a boyfriend.
That is the shakiest relationship in this whole show. I think she'll be fine with that one. But the weather, they're gonna miss the weather. That's number one.
Mhm. What? So with the finale, they trying to play with our emotions
Yeah.
by making us think the family is moving back to Minnesota.
Well, the purpose is, from a practical standpoint, writing wise, in case the show doesn't get renewed, we have a finale for the whole show. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm. Jim's outnumbered. Jim doesn't want to go back to Minnesota. It's a reverse culture shock. I think if Brenda went back with the culture that she has, she will be a big fish in a little pond instead of a little fish in a big pond.
I think they're just going to miss the weather.
Oh, and they probably would be richer in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's a promotion in a cheaper city.
That
Oh, now he's fired. What the?
Jim looked like, I don't know. I never saw him look that excited before.
Has anybody ever offered you double anything?
If they did, I'd be like, I'm moving to Alaska.
I've gotten raises before. I've never been offered double anything like that. That's crazy.
If somebody doubled my yearly salary, I would say, could you triple that?
Oh, greed. You would immediately become greedy. Okay, interesting. Good to know.
Before my eyes to look like Jim's, it would have to be triple my salary.
Oh, gotcha. For me, double would be insane. I'd be like, well, you expecting me to sleep with somebody? Like, what's going on here?
Also, the company owns the house. Corporate greed in the
Oh,
90s.
that's creepy.
Yeah, because if he
That's
doesn't
creepy as
go,
hell.
hmm
I
then
thought
one
they
person is going to have to qualify for the house.
I thought they only did stuff like that in the future.
They were trying to
Lay
groom
the
us,
tracks.
but
Yeah, lay
we
the
not.
tracks down.
Uh, yeah, I rebuke this.
Wow, the company owns the house.
And they were
Yeah.
leasing the house. The company is leasing the house from somebody. So the company doesn't even own the house.
Wow, I don't like that.
I don't either. Look at the green room. Brandon is like surfing. I can't give that up.
Hmm. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Mm-mm. And I'm just wondering, why would Kelly invite the competition to spend the night for the spend the summer?
Kelly likes a little bit of healthy competition.
Hmm.
Steve is gonna spiral.
Um, oh no, he just told him that he liked him being there, and now, and now Nat is gonna miss him. What is that? Nat is slopping all that whipped cream on. Oh, that's peach pie. That looks so good.
Yeah, homemade. Because now they make them in mass. They freeze them and then send them out to the diners to thaw them out now.
Oh, okay. Did you hear? Did you hear? What? Well, I forgot. Just that quick.
I was gonna say you're taking longer than whatever was said to tell me what was said.
I know they said it really quickly. What didn't? Wait a minute.
So, Andrea's trying to make it more complicated by hooking up with Brandon right before he leaves.
Yeah, that's not like her dream.
Galoshes, that's what I needed during the snow week that we had up here.
Oh, y'all having snow right now?
You know, the snow week we had a
Oh,
few weeks ago.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I needed galoshes too.
Is it?
I wish I had rewatched this episode before that. Walking in that snow was no joke.
Timing is just a little bit off.
Mm-hmm. Wow, double the salary. Promotion, cheaper city that you grew up in. Jim's like, what's the problem? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they gonna
Jim is
live even
like,
richer in Minnesota.
yeah, Jim is like, I don't see the problem.
Hmm. Leave Beverly Hills, but
And
then he's probably.
as an adult, 1 year is nothing. Like when you're at a certain age, 1 year is
Mhm.
like a drop. But when you're a kid, a year is like 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's doing the classic. Let me detach from you before you leave, so I don't have to cry when you leave.
Oh, that's sad.
What are you doing over there,
Look at Dylan
Sudoku?
trying to act like he, huh?
What are you doing over there, Sudoku?
Oh, Sedonuts trying to get to. Oh, now I don't believe them. A house guest will make her start drinking again. Oh, that's funny. I wouldn't believe her. She probably was on the phone telling Donna the night before. I wouldn't be able to put up with Brenda and her bratty ways all
No,
summer long.
she likes Brenda.
Hmm. She does, but that's how some girls talk.
The only
Some
time
women
they
are
have a
like that.
disagreement is over boys. That's the only. If these were two
Hmm.
lesbians, they would be the best of buddies.
Hmm.
Or one of them was a lesbian. You know what I mean? If one was a lesbian and one was straight, they'd be the best of buddies because they only disagree when it comes to dudes. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, don't forget it was Kelly's idea to begin with. Kelly
Mm-hmm.
was the one that even brought it up. So,
Mm-hmm. And look at Kelly. She already done moved on.
I mean, that's how some people deal with loss. You know, you just detach a little bit every day until they're gone.
Yeah,
Or
just don't show up
you
for
can
they good.
cry.
They yeah, just don't show up for the bon voyage party.
That's one way of doing it. That's the worst way. Or you can cry when they leave. That's the, you know, that's the most common way that people do.
Well, Andrea's getting her date.
Or you can celebrate. Yeah, that's what Andre's doing. You can celebrate the yeah. It's different ways of dealing with somebody leaving.
Listen to him waving a white flag now.
What do you mean white flag?
Andrea, you know how they usually debating and having verbal disagreements. He's like, yeah, you usually always right.
um,
He's talking about, and it doesn't bother me. Now that you think you moving to Minnesota, it don't bother him.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, look at Andrea looking like a little shy, little struck teenager.
Yeah.
What are we witnessing right now?
I mean, your mind's in the gutter. That's something you need therapy for. What do you think you're witnessing over there?
I don't know. She said that she gonna give him herself. How do you do that? Look at Brandon, a little scared.
I know, like that's just so shocking is that he didn't see this coming. That's the shocking part.
Dude, I didn't see this coming.
What? They've been building the tension between these two the whole season. Oh, well, that's not going to happen then.
He's worried about it.
If a dude has to, if a woman lays herself on a platter like a roll of sushi, and a guy goes, "Let me think about it," it ain't happening.
Mm-mm. Yeah, what's wrong with Brenda? Oh, she told her brother. I think I would have took that one to my grave unless something came up.
Hmm.
I don't think I would want my brother to know or to ask me if I'm intimate with my boyfriend.
Even if you're twins.
Is he? Yeah. Well, I don't know. He might tell the parents.
It's different. I have to consider that the fact that they're twins and that one is not 5 years older than the other, like it usually is with siblings. You know, you would never tell your sibling who's like 5 years older or 5 years younger. Absolutely not. But your twin, you might be tempted to tell them everything.
No, I thought Brandon was a snitch.
Well, you never had a twin, but you got to imagine
No.
yourself having a twin.
Oh, okay. Jim did not get a sexy secretary.
No, he's a good man. He wanted somebody capable.
Hmm. That seemed like the shot they just had.
An executive, it is. It's a recopy. The executive assistants used to make good money back then.
Oh yeah, but you got to be psych. You got to be part psychic.
You just got to communicate well. Whatever information you get, make sure your boss gets it almost as soon as you do. You know, you'd be surprised. At my job, there's people who like are scared to alert the supervisor of a problem.
Yeah, especially if they got one that's gonna spaz out.
Even when they don't. We have one that doesn't spaz out, and people still like they won't report malfunctioning machines because there's like an anxiety of reporting to a boss. So a good assistant is somebody that's not afraid to be like, hey, bathroom's flooded. What are we gonna do? You know, that's a good assistant.
Hmm.
You know, you got to admit that this couple is romantic, but I just don't see the staying power with this couple. As I mean, I am in my 30s, so maybe I'm looking at it through that lens. But I'm just like, they're very romantic, but I just don't see it lasting.
It's it's like one energy, like fiery, passionate,
Hmm.
disruptive energy.
Yeah, it's the difference between lust and partnership, for sure.
Hmm. What? Oh my goodness.
Brandon's plan. We know Brandon.
Brandon and Andrea done bust slobs.
Stop saying that. You're not bringing that back.
Mhm.
You're distracted over
Yeah.
there. Dang, are you sure you're just messing with donuts?
Oh no, I'm watching this.
Oh, okay. I'm like, your arm is moving a lot. You're like you dry.
Oh, what are they doing? This just don't seem right.
It isn't. And you know, Brandon is just playing. Brandon is not a long term guy either. You know,
Mm-mm.
Brandon falls in love, and then by the end of the episode, he's like, "That was nice. Have a good one."
Yep, got to move on. I don't like Carol's outfit for today.
All she's wearing is an apron and a t-shirt.
Oh, she has on an apron. Oh, I thought she had on some bird piece, and I was like, why turquoise, blue, and white? But no, that's a white apron. I mean, this seems like the best place in the world to live, and then to have to move.
Mm-hmm. But it's double the salary. They could be millionaires in a matter of what, a couple of years.
Probably. What are they planning? What is this?
This is how Andrea deals with loss.
Her? She's thinking about her flower. She's planning her deflowering around her calendar events.
Mm-hmm.
It's so special. Listen at these people. She's seen too many movies. That's the problem. These kids have seen too many movies. It's like they're planning a movie.
I disagree with you, Mom, wholeheartedly. You can't see too many movies. That's an oxymoron.
Yeah, but they think they're redoing a movie. The Postman rings twice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's wrong with him? Oh, he gonna miss him.
He's dealing with loss. You know what's wrong with him.
Oh, that's sad.
He's got to detach, so he doesn't cry when Brandon leaves. This is a well written episode because it shows how different people deal with moving on.
Detachment. I feel sorry for Brenda. Oh man, is it that cold in Minnesota?
It's cold, from what I hear. It's cold.
Kelly is not coming to say goodbye.
They're not leaving today, are they?
Leaving soon.
Yeah, they're not leaving
Brandon got on
today.
scrubs, inside out scrubs.
That is weird.
I like Brenda's pajamas.
Yeah, they look comfortable.
Steve cranky. Steve cranky.
No, he's mad that Brandon is leaving.
He said he let him break it up. Well, I
He
even
said
let you put his fist in my eye just so you can come break it up. Oh, bromance brewing in the air. I
Man,
want to
listen,
have my last wipeout with you, Steve.
don't be
Oh,
jealous.
buddies forever.
Yeah, don't be jealous that
Oh no.
men know how to express their friendships better than than you guys do.
We went through this whole episode with Steve acting like a baby.
Yeah, we are better at conflict resolution with each other than you guys are with each other. I think,
Hmm.
unless you're Kendrick and Drake.
Be like, what? You stole my car and my money? I forgive you, man. We'll talk about it, man. Later, man. Don't do that no more, man.
Yeah, unless you're Kendrick and Drake.
And how easy it'll be to sell out when you start paying bills. More money, less time to spend with the family. But at least they'll
Mhm.
be with their parents in Minnesota, though.
Mm, he'll be just as busy because it's the same position. Remember, it's still the same promotion, but they'll have more money.
And they gonna want more work. They're gonna want more work.
And you know, when they
What am I
graduate,
looking at?
anyways,
What in the world am I
you're looking
looking
at
at?
a you're looking at a dream, a fantasy.
Oh, oh. Okay, now I'm back. Now what she say?
When they graduate high school, I mean, they're not going to see each other that much, anyways. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Might as well get used to it. I was like, what am I watching? Mexican corn.
And it's a good thing he fell asleep on his stomach and not his back with that kind of dream brew in his head.
Yeah, he might end up in juvenile
Yeah,
detention center for.
yeah, exactly. Public, whatever.
You got to be there for that, Brenda.
Are we going to get more of
Now
Laverne? We're going to get more
I
Laverne
don't know.
before the finale ends?
I don't know, but Andrea looks the exact opposite of the dream that Brandon had on the beach.
Oh, that wasn't
Sexy
Andrea.
on a sexy red dress with lipstick.
Yeah, that wasn't Andrea. That was just some fantasy in the form of Andrea.
I cannot believe Andrea right now.
I mean, she did wait a year. Well, you know, it's 9 months, however long the school year is.
Did Andrea know?
Oh, that's hilarious. She set it up.
Do you think
That's
she
funny.
knew? You
She
said
set it up. She's the one that set it up. Look at her face.
so. Kelly was a CB on a
Yep.
C
Yep.
blocker.
Yep.
That little demon.
And
Andrea should have
remember,
never told her.
you remember who else likes Brandon?
Who besides Kelly?
Kelly. Yeah, Kelly. Kelly. So Andrea told Kelly, and Kelly was like,
Oh
"Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna fix this."
yeah. So Andrea should have never. Yeah, I'm finna bust this up. Kelly don't want her to have him. Oh my goodness.
And Kelly's also been waiting a long time to get Brandon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and she was not gonna give Andrea her little 5 minutes.
Well, let's give Brandon at least 15 minutes. Oh, cool.
I don't believe you so gullible when it comes to Kelly. She didn't say I'm gonna miss you. She said our friendship was kind of cool,
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
you helped me out. You was there for me. You fed my ego. Blah 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 blah. Basically,
I think you have
that
a
Steve
bias.
look like he's gonna cry.
Dang, the parents weren't ready for this. The Walshes were not ready for these clips.
Mm-mm. Uh oh. Oh, she feel like a triplet. I was wondering who was gonna be the first person to cry, and it had to be Andrea, because Kelly poxed her plans.
I guarantee Steve has already cried like 2, 3 times at home. They just didn't show it.
Oh, oh, you let me in, and I became a wolf. Uh oh. Don't tell me Dylan is getting ready to cry in this tribute.
I mean, Dylan cried in the first episode we met him.
Hmm.
I said Dylan is a
You said
sensitive
Dylan
boy.
what?
He's a sensitive boy. He cried the first episode we met him about his father.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, look at the cake.
it's interesting to think that Brandon is the hardest one there. You know what I mean? Like emotionally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then do you see that jam? Yeah. Plus they worked dog. They dog walk jam in Minnesota. They was like, huh? They was slamming files on his desk. He like, nah, I'd rather stay here with our corporate lease home and a safety net,
Yeah, it's more of a risk to stay in Beverly
the
Hills
firm.
now.
Hmm. Well, this is a wonderful episode.
This is the finale.
Yeah, the way Andrea teased Brandon.
She wasn't teasing nothing. She laid it right on the table for him. All he had to do was eat.
Uh,
She put it right on the slab, hot and ready. All he had to do was consent. He put it off for what, like a week?
oh no.
Let me tell you this, Mom. I've been
Because
on this girl.
she did know it wasn't going down. She could have been like, let's make a stop. She knew it wasn't going down because she knew
She
about the
did.
party.
She said,
So then, and then did you hear her
anytime,
speech?
Mom, you were completely misinterpreting everything. Like, she literally was like, let's do this. And he was the one. I don't know if you forgot that quick, but he was the one that was like, let me think about it. Let me ponder
Mm-mm.
on it.
I remember that part, but she turned it around. See, Kelly put some salt in the game and told her some things why she shouldn't do it. And so Kelly
No, that's not
convinced
in the
her.
episode.
So in the end, when
You're
she
adding
was
your own
teasing him,
you're adding
she
your
knew.
own writing to the episode.
What
That
would
was
you think?
not in
How
the
do you think
episode.
Kelly? How do you?
That was not in the episode. You
No,
just added your
it
own
wasn't in the
scheme.
episode. But what do you think Kelly told her
This is why they'll trust my
to get
testimony
her
over
mind off
yours.
of that?
This is why they'll trust my
No,
testimony
but
over
I'm
yours.
saying,
You
what do
just
you think?
added your own scene to the story.
No,
Mom,
because
Andrea
one
said,
can
here it
assume
is.
that
Andrea was like, I am open. Here it is. All you have to
I know,
do
but
is
I know, but
fall
after
onto it.
I
And
know, but listen to
Brandon,
this. Remember when she said, I talked to Kelly, I told Kelly what I was thinking about doing, and Kelly planned this rendezvous.
mhm,
Now, Kelly had to say something like, oh, you don't want to do it anyway. He's not for,
no,
you shouldn't do it. You
no,
should wait.
oh, you weren't paying attention. She said, Brandon was like, did you set this up? And Andrea was like, no, but I told Kelly, and I guess she turned our rendezvous into this. So you must have
Right,
missed
because she
that
told
quote.
her, no, because she told her what they were going to do.
No, she didn't. She didn't. I was wrong. I thought Andrea knew, but right after I said that, they had that exchange, and he was like, did you set this up? And she was like, no, I just told Kelly, and I guess she turned our rendezvous into this. That's the exact line. So she didn't know. She thought that they were coming in. That's why she kissed Brandon like that. She was getting ready. And then they came in and Kelly had already set up something to stop that from happening. So
But
that's what happened with
what
that.
did Kelly think? What did Kelly think they were meeting at the Peach Pit to do when
No,
it's
Kelly, no, that's what I'm
closed?
saying. Kelly knew what their plan was, but she had her own plan because she likes Brandon too. She's like
That's
Brandon
what
the whole
I'm
season.
saying. Like Kelly ain't crazy.
But if you
Kelly
don't think, Mom,
know what they were going to the Peach Pit to
if you
do.
don't listen, if you don't think that if Brandon was like, let's go back to the room, that Andrea would say no. If you think that that's how that would go, then you don't understand Andrea. Like, Andrea is very
Hmm.
mature. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think my vote is on. She changed her mind anyway, and she
Oh
just
no,
was
I
going along
disagree.
with it. 'Cause
I disagree. I don't think she changed her mind at all. I think Kelly made the decision that it wasn't going to happen for the both
mhm.
of them by inviting the entire family and friends to the Peach Pit. And I think Andrea is, feels like she got short shaft again. She always does with Brandon. Like she's always behind, waiting in line for him, and he never reciprocates fully. Never will. I don't think he doesn't look like he likes her to me personally. I don't. He doesn't look
Uh,
like he's attracted
I
to
don't
her
think
at
so
all.
either. But that's the
But
fun part. That's why I don't think it was gonna happen because he doesn't really like Andrea, and she just
yeah.
challenges him and keeps him on his toes. She really like keeps him using his brain when usually
Hmm.
he's using his, I don't know,
Heart,
animalistic go after the
heart.
prey type energy.
No, he uses his heart. He falls
I
in
don't know
love
if it's
every
hard.
week. He falls in love every week, Mom. He has a love story
I
every
I
week.
think Brandon being fake love.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
know. He just I don't know.
he falls in love with the
But
lady who got mixed up with the cartel. He fell in love with the girl who had her
but
own son. He fell in love. I mean, he falls in love with them, but it always there's always something that makes it to where it cannot last past the episode. So you can blame the writers for that, but it's always some
mm,
issue that makes it impossible for it to go past. Remember, he fell in love with the actress who just used him to get back at her co-star that she was actually in love with. Like, he falls in love with these, but they always have something going on in their life that makes it impossible for them to have a functional relationship. And but Andrea, this is the first time where he literally was like, "I'm not jumping headfirst into this." That's how I know he doesn't like her, because this is the first one where he was like, "I'm not jumping into
hmm
this. I'm going to take some time. I'm going to put it off." You know, it just didn't make any sense. I mean, it makes sense if he's not attracted to her. It doesn't make sense if you think he likes her. And Andrea was ready,
yeah, I don't think he
and she
likes her
told
either.
she told Kelly, and Kelly was like, "Nah, you're not ready." That's how that went down. And like you said, why would she tell a girl who also is attracted to Brandon? That was mistake number one. Why would you tell somebody that likes the person too?
Yeah, that
You know,
was
but this is better.
retarded.
This is better. You don't want to, hook up with Andrea and then skip town. You know what I mean? So this is better. And then even if they didn't skip, if they stayed, if he knew Jim was going to not take the job, now you've hooked up with Andrea, even though you're not into her. And you have to deal with that fallout. You know what I'm saying? So it worked out the way they set it up.
And then it would be
But
awkward at the paper, the school paper.
yeah, but what should be awkward but wasn't is that Brenda fully broke up with Dylan, 2 days before the party. So
hmm
how does that work? Are they just gonna like pretend
He's
like that
up for
never happened?
grabs.
Yeah, are they gonna pretend like that breakup never happened? Like, they didn't really resolve that. She broke up with a member in her pajamas. She was like, "Oh, we've been broken up for
hmm
3 days and already miss him." And then at the party, they
hmm
just, I guess they got back together. They didn't really, they didn't really show a scene where they like resolved that. So that was interesting. And Steve, I love Steve now. The vulnerability, the fear of abandonment because he was adopted, and all that stuff came to fruition in this episode. He was like, "Dang, everybody leaves me," blah 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 blah, and then at the end, he finds out Brandon's gonna stay, and he's like, "Dang," that was sweet. Who else are we missing? Donna, of
hmm
course, still sweet, no storyline. David is there
He
for
didn't
what
get to say
reason we
much
don't
this
know.
episode.
Why is he there?
Mm-mm.
They don't hang out with him. Nobody hangs out except Steve, I guess.
Mm-mm.
Nobody hangs out with him. So why was he there
hmm
at the Cinderway party? These are questions that we will get answers to in the second season, I believe, because I think second
hmm
season's even better than the first season. Dare I say, even though I don't remember any specific episodes. But yeah, that was
Yeah,
fun.
and it's kind of fuzzy for me too.
Yeah, that was a fun episode. Good finale. And it's a good send off too, because if you thought the show was going to get, if you were working on the show, you're an executive producer, you saw the ratings, and you thought the show was going to get canceled. This is a good way to bow tie it, bow tie the season. You're like, the Walshes stayed, they live happily ever after, right? And you could, if the show got canceled, you could leave it just like how it was,
But they play with your heartstrings.
Until
Like
the
make
end.
you think in the beginning, right?
Yeah, until the end.
So they had you thinking the whole time that this may be the last episode until the very end.
No, I'm telling you, they thought this was the last episode when they saw the ratings. That's all they made it like this. They thought this was the last episode of 90210 ever. And they made it to where they get a happy ending. Yeah, you didn't hear what I'm saying? Like the producer saw the ratings and they thought if this show gets canceled, we at least created an episode where you can imagine them living happily ever after from here. There's no cliffhangers in this episode. Nobody's in a coma. Nobody's in jail. Like there's no cliffhangers. Everything is wrapped up in a bow. Everybody, they're staying. Their home is where the heart is. They're dancing. Everybody's going to get together, got together. You could imagine them living happily ever after from this point on in case the show got canceled. That's why they wrote this. Now, I would imagine when they get renewed, the season finales are going to have cliffhangers. They're going to have problems at the last 10 minutes, 20 minutes to be resolved at the season premiere of the next season. But I love when they write a show thinking that they're going to get canceled because they always make the finales like this, where it's, like you said, loose ends are tied up. There's closure. There's a little bit of a path for a future that you can kind of vaguely see if you want to imagine it for yourself. But yeah, that's why they wrote this finale this way, is because they thought the show was going to get canceled. And so now you can watch the whole season as if it's one big movie that wrapped up in a nice little bow in case you never got another season. Yeah, that's what shows do when they think. That's why all shows should think they're going to get canceled, because they write better. They write a nice little finale.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It showed us that they gave themselves a graceful way out instead of saying, "Oh, they must didn't know they was getting canceled."
Yes, I hate when like you watch a show and only has 2 seasons or 3 seasons, and then the finale is a cliffhanger because they didn't know or they assumed they were going to get renewed, and so there's just like the L word murder finale. You remember that?
That was the craziest.
They thought
we would have had to been on acid to understand that finale. I felt like I had been watching, going through a labyrinth, and then get to the end and I see sunlight, and then it's just another entire section, whole nother labyrinth of its own.
One of the worst finales of all time. And it's because somebody in the writer's room was like, maybe we'll get a movie. Maybe we'll get a last season. And so they wrote this cliffhanger mystery thinking that they were going to get to wrap it up later. So you don't write like that. You don't assume. I would have assumed that this is like the 5th, what was it, like the 5th or the 6th season? I would have been like, this might be the last one. So let's just tie things up a little bit just in case we don't get to come back next year or we don't get a movie.
Yeah. Everybody could have, somebody could have got married off. Somebody could have moved to another country.
Anything.
Somebody could have, anything. Shane could have turned straight and married some rich guy.
Now you get a little crazy. Even that actress is still gay to this day. I still follow Kate Monick to this day because I love that character.
Really?
She's cool. Yeah, she's still cool. Still cool.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm sure she's better than Shane, like morally, but she still has the flavor
I hope
of
so.
Shane. Yeah.
Because Shane was going to end up on the episode of Snapped.
For sure. 100%. Yeah, she got beat up many times on the show for sleeping with
groupies.
Yeah. But anyways,
But the
guys,
finale of season one was great. I
amazing.
enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so glad that the Walsh twins get to live fight another day in Beverly Hills.
Yep. And as far as we know, they're living happily ever after until we see them next school year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see where everybody is at the season premiere because this renewal, the second season renewal, was unexpected. So the writers were
Mm.
like, dang, we wrapped up everything in this finale. How do we shake things up? So I guess this next season, we're going to see how they decided to shake things up, keep it interesting for the viewer.
Well, I can't wait because hey, I've only been watching during our little watch along get-togethers, so I'm
Yeah.
excited to see next season. Hopefully, we might get a clap. I hope we can
Yeah. Well, all
in
right.
the intro.
We'll see you guys
Okay,
next time. Peace.
it's been fun. Bye.
Bye.